When you got Alan Rickman on the set, did you at any point in time fanboy him about being Hans Gruber and ask him what Die Hard?
Absolutely. And it was funny because I hadn't worked with Bruce Willis. I would eventually work with Bruce Willis. So I worked with both the good guy and the bad guy from Die Hard, man.
Was Reginald Vell Johnson in your future as well?
I hope. And then I got the trifecta.
Right.
So he was, he suffered many questions about a Die Hard, man. But he was a big Jason Mewes fan, and that's the only thing Jason Mewes knew him from. I had been first introduced to his work via Die Hard, but I became a fan, watched everything he did. Yeah. So for Jason Mewes, he was always like, the Die Hard guy said this. He's going, Die Hard said this. And I was like, his name is Alan and stuff. So one day I said to Alan, because I saw like Jason sitting on the steps of the church talking to him, and I go over and I say to Alan when he's by himself, I was like, if Jason Mewes is bothering you, you let me know. And he goes, Jason Mewes could never bother me. He goes, Jason Mewes is the best that America can be. And I said, no. And he goes, Jason Mewes is an American icon, which Jason Mewes still to this day, if I try to correct him on something, he'll be like, which one of us is the American icon? He's like, oh, I guess you're right.
Fantastic. Oh, that's too good.
Oh, because I would have just peppered him with,
Here's how I directed Alan Rickman, man. Like I'd be behind the monitor, watching the performance, doing the take, and then be like, cut, and then you walk over, and that's when you give the actor the note. So I'd walk over to Alan and be like, thank you, and then I'd just walk back to my chair. Like there was nothing to say. Every choice he made was excellent, except one time I had to correct him.
Yes.
And I gave him a line reading, which actors hate. But he didn't know the reference. He had never seen Karate Kid, so he didn't know wax on, wax off. So he was choosing to deliver it the way an actor would if presented a line they thought was original. And I was like, oh, Alan, I'm from the, behind the monitor. I was like, Alan, it's a reference to a movie, and if you say it like that, don't work. I said, just say it like this, wax on, wax off. So I gave him a line reading. He does the slow turn to me, and he goes, royally trained Kevin, and then turns back to work. You didn't need to direct the guy, man, except that one instance where he was like, what is wax on, wax off? But man, the way he chose to deliver it made me rethink that line in cinematic history, where I was like, oh, I just thought Pat Morita nailed it, but no.
How did he deliver it?
It's big. It was big, Rich.
Like wax on,
wax on. Wax off? Like there was a question mark at the end. I'm not doing it justice. He was a genius, but he really turned it into a to be or not to be type of moment.
Royally trained Kevin. Oh my God.
Wax on.
Kevin Smith, everybody here on the Rich Eisen Show. Dogma
Such a damn pleasure.
on Thursday.